Hi, my name's Martin. I'm from RevCam UK, Reversing Cameras UK Limited. Right, today we're looking at the MON 293 QAHD. So it comes in two varieties, either the MON 293B QAHD, which is the one I'm actually looking at today, which you can order any sort of brackets to fit onto the windscreen, or you've got the clip over type, which is just a MON 293 QAHD. The clip on type, it's got strong spring-loaded clips that obviously clamp over your original interior mirror if it's present. Now, I'll show you on this one. So it's obviously got a 14-pin multi-disconnect point. So that's 0.3 meters. Oops, sorry, 0.3 meters long. That's about a foot, and then that connects in to the wiring harness. So that's the 14-pin junction point. So this wiring harness is 2.3 meters long from end to end. You've got the 4 channels. So the traditional 4-pin aviation, which is the bulletproof, really good sort of universal connector that we like to see. You've got an inline 3-amp fuse connected to a red wire for your positive. You can take either a 12-volt or 24-volt connection, and then you've got your traditional ground or earth wire. These 4 wires you don't have to connect, but obviously if you did want it to auto trigger to certain channels when you let's select maybe reverse gear or maybe an indicator, you can obviously wire this up and it will full screen that. Now if we get back to the monitor, right, so at the moment it's in the traditional quad, 4-way evenly split image. It's an autumn day, it's quite early in the morning. You've got sun probably just here, so this is although it looks like a little bit of a cloud has come over slightly in the last few moments. And then you've got the other facing a little bit more southerly. So this is facing into the sun. Well, if it was there, it looks like it's gone away for a little bit, which is actually a bonus. And then you've got an internal here, and then you've got one in the photo cube looking at our favourite little Minions poster. So you can use the V1, V2 button, and that basically goes between the different modes. So this is known as the H pattern, quite popular, especially if you've got, let's say, side cameras, possibly in channel 3 and channel 4, because then you could have possibly a rear view camera, a reversing camera, a left side camera, a right side camera. Quite a nice setup. So as we can see, we're zooming in onto channel 1. That's the external looking towards the sun, but as I say, it looks like the sun's been blocked off a little bit by the cloud. But you still see a nice picture. I mean, this is a 1024 by 600 IPS panel fitted. So you'll notice that there's lots of lights. There's lights all around. There's skylights. It's got polarized glass, yet you're still able to see what's going on. So we'll go through the single channels. Now you come to the splits. So the 2-way splits are quite popular. Sometimes people just want 2 cameras and they want the split between the 2. Now you've got the split between channel 1 and channel 2, and then you've got the split between channel 3 and channel 4. Next is a 3-way split, and that's just the opposite side 3-way. And then you've got the even 3-way split, quite popular when you have a rear camera and then 2 side cameras. And then you've got a different 3-way split, lots of 3-way splits to play with. Another one. And then back to the 4-way. So I think you'll agree, a nice camera, a nice monitor, sorry. So if you wanted to check it out, have a look on our website, and it comes with a 2-year guarantee. So obviously all the support you'd expect from Reversing Cameras UK Limited or RevCam UK. To change settings, press the M button. Now V1, V2 will take you down the menu system. To enter, press the arrow key, and then use the up and down keys. When you want to change a setting, press the V1, V2 button. The up and down arrows do the adjustments, and then the V1, V2 goes down the list of adjustments. The up arrow moves the selection across between the various cameras. Press M to go backwards. So we go down to rotate. You won't often have to use. Obviously, it'll flip the whole lot around in various directions. So most of the time, that'll just stay as it is on number 4. Blue screen. If you had that turned off, you'll basically get a black screen when there's no cameras inputted, so you don't have any blue sort of segments. Obviously, if you have that on, you will get blue squares if you didn't have a camera plugged in. Auto cycle, and you turn that on, it will automatically cycle between the various modes. Language, try not to touch that, otherwise you might get Chinese. ACC delay, this one you can set it for various cameras. So it's basically how long the monitor stays on after the trigger has been lost. People usually use these for the indicator lights. Again, you might want it on the reverse as well, but I'll just change it to 3 for this one. So let's say the indicator's flashing on and off every 2 seconds. The 3 second delay will stop it triggering on and off on your screen, which would obviously be quite annoying. Guideline, I mean, fairly self-evident. If you wanted the guidelines to come on when the trigger wire is active, e.g. For a reverse light feed, you can obviously do so with that option. Video rotate, this is quite useful if you have one camera that you wanted to alter. For instance, if you've got a camera that's got mirror image, but you're wanting to sort of turn it into a normal view, you could obviously mirror it by putting LU, but in all other circumstances leave it on RU. Pressing that will default everything to the original settings. So obviously all your brightnesses and contrasts and whatnot will now be all standardized. And that's all the menu settings.